Austin, kick out. Citron. Mystics with the lead.
Sheldon outlet, Sykes with the interception, 2-on-1. Sykes to Citron for 2 and a late foul, they'll count it. And that's Mabry's 5th.
The angels are here.
Blood on the floor, lights are beaming, dancing gold. We're all dreaming, can you feel the heat? It's electric, disco balls and lights, so kinetic. Shiny sequins light, never boring. Dancing queens unite, stars are soaring. Come on, feel the beat, groove to the rhythm. Come on, move your feet, dance into freedom. Roller skates slide, we keep moving. Music so loud, body's grooving. Can you hear the sound? It's inviting. Disco nights are young, so exciting. Neon lights, they glow, mesmerizing. The glitter in the air, it's surprising. Come on, feel the beat, groove to the rhythm. Come on, move your feet, dance into freedom. Let the ball, to the ballet, the ballet. 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 Let the ball, to the dance floor, come alive. Let the ball, to the underneath the dance floor light. Let the ball, everyone start tonight. Let the ball, spirit free, spirit tight. Come on, feel the beat, groove to the rhythm. Come on, move your feet, dance into freedom.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here. And welcome to Ace's Angels, y'all. Boy, oh boy, did I just see the most fun WNBA game I've seen so far during this first month and change of the season. This game was lit today. If you missed it, you missed the gem. Paige versus Sonia Citron was fun today. This was a fun game. You know, I know a lot of you guys was probably watching the Fever Aces game, so y'all probably missed most of it, but I hope you caught the overtime at least. Because, man, those girls are going at it today, bro. All three of the rookies shine today. Paige, Citron, and shout out to Kiki for bouncing back today, man. Phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. And it's a painful reminder when if you're a Fever or Sky fan today, you are wanting to punch your GM. If you're a Fever fan, you want to punch Amber Cox for not trading Kelsey Mitchell for the 3rd pick. If you're a Sky fan, you want to punch Jeff P for trading the number 3 pick for Ariel Atkins, even though Ariel Atkins had a phenomenal game today. But you still don't give up a youngster like Sonia Citron for an older player like Ariel Atkins, even though Ariel Atkins ain't even that old. But think she about 28, 29, somewhere up in there, right in the dead of her prime. So I mean, if you were gonna win a championship, Ariel Atkins is a no-brainer move. But the Sky should have been rebuilding just like the Fever. The Fever should have been. They were already in a rebuild. They should have been closing out their rebuild this season with a few more changes, like a couple of more picks. Could have had Sonia Citron to go with Cece. You would have had. See, I'm gonna tell you why this shit don't look good for the Fever right now. You should have had Citron with Hall, Boston, and Cece, and you should have had either kept Grace Berger or you should have just drafted Lucy Olsen or Serena Sundell as the backup point. What, like, we got a whole different ball game here if you make those moves. You make those moves, it's a whole different ball game out here. It's a whole different ball game out here. We'll get into that in a second. Let's talk about the game. So Sonia Citron, awesome game. Y'all saw it. Game-winning 3 in the corner. Great pass by Shakira Austin. I knew if Shakira could get a good look, she did. I knew it had to go to Citron. So Citron was going to have to take that basket. And what I like about Citron, she was a fighter today. Because what happened with Citron was that Citron missed a couple of key free throws in the 4th quarter. The biggest one was the second miss that she missed that could have put the Mystics up by 4 points. That allowed Paige to get the 3 to send it to overtime. You could tell Citron knew that was a big miss by her. That's why, I mean, she had her head down, going to the bench. You could tell Sonia told herself, if I get another opportunity, I'm not missing. Guess what happened in overtime? Do not miss that big corner 3 to win the game. That's her second game-winning shot in her. Bro, she ain't even played over 15 games this year. This is like game number 14. And she already got 2 game winners. Citron has accomplished something that you rarely see from rookies. She has not finished the game under 10 points so far this season. Every game that she's had with points has been in double digits all 14 games. She's been 10 points or over. That's insane. Today was her first double-double as well. Not only the career high of 27 points. If it was just regulation, she would have had 23 in the bag anyways. So you can't say, oh, because she was in overtime, she was able to get 27 up. She would have had 23 points. Oh, no, 24. She would have had 24 points at regulation. But she only had 3 in overtime. So it was 27 points and 11 rebounds for her. Let me see what the rest of her stats was. Let me see how many minutes, too. Let me look at all of that for y'all real quick. Sonia put in 41 minutes. That was the most by both teams. Actually, she tied Enrique, who had 41. Paige had 40 minutes. But that was the most on the Mystics. I think that's the most minutes by any rookie this season. It's 41. I mean, technically, there's only 40 minutes in regulation, so that's pretty obvious. 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. 5 turnovers, though, but +1 on the court. 9 for 13 for the field, but the big one, 4 from 7 from 3. Very efficient from 3 today. She knocked down shots. Because she was actually struggling for like a couple of games from 3. Before, I think, Friday's game where she had 17. Was it 17 or 19 points? Her career high is 19, but I think she had 17 against Atlanta. But Citron had an amazing game. This is the game. See, you do this against... I still think Paige is probably going to win the Rookie of the Year. But you do this against someone like Paige Bueckers, the #1 pick, who's been playing phenomenal this year. You do this against her, man. This is amazing. The only thing that this game was missing was national TV. This game actually should have been on ESPN instead of the Fever and Aces. Because the Fever have been boring this year, man. That roster is trash. That roster is trash, bro. I basically, bro, 3 games is on. I watched this game more than the other 2 games. I watched this game more than the other 2 games. This is the main game that I watched. I'm telling you, man, I watched every single minute of the Mystics this season, bro. I don't miss their games. I don't miss a minute of their games. You know what I'm saying? Sonya was clutch. And it's time for me to brag. It's time for me to brag because I told y'all last year about Sonia Citron, bro. Now, Sonia Citron at Notre Dame, what's crazy about Kiki Iriafen and Sonia is that both players so far are better pros than they were collegiates. But a lot of people miss Sonia the year before when Olivia was out and Hidalgo was just a freshman and her role was smaller. Hidalgo's role was bigger this year. She was taking on the scoring load for Notre Dame. Olivia Miles is Olivia Miles. So she was overshadowed by both of them, but she had a solid season though. She was definitely one of the most elite players on defense in college and stuff like that. Like I said with Sonia, it was just her getting overshadowed. But Sonia, there's a reason why she was the number 3 pick. She was actually supposed to be late in the first round. Remember when I did that video last year in September, she was projected to go late first. So the Fever had the 8th pick at the time. And I said it's a possibility I could go get Sonia. Because she was projected to go late or early second. Like she was not supposed to be in the top 3. That's why I said she had a solid college season. That's what propelled her to number 3. And I'm telling you right now, man, if the Fever had Sonia instead of Kelsey Mitchell, it's a different season, I believe, for them. Because right now, I'm telling you, it's more of CeCe. I know CeCe had a bad game today, the last 2 games shooting the ball. CeCe does more for Mitchell than the other way around. Mitchell really does nothing for Caitlin. Like I kept hearing last year, oh, Mitchell was taking the scoring load off of CeCe and all this other stuff. Was she not? Do you know if Citron was on this team, how much of a load she'd be taking off of Caitlin right now? With all the other things that Sonia does, put Sonia in the same starting lineup with Lexi Hall and see how that looks defensively. Them 2 next to each other defensively. Crazy work. Washington is one of the best defensive teams already this season. There was 2 quarters where Dallas only scored 14 and 15 points. They scored 14 points in the first. They were cooking in the second and third, especially that second quarter where they scored 31. The fourth quarter, they only scored 15, and in overtime only 4 points. This defense, when they get locked and loaded, they get locked and loaded, and it's because of their anchor Sonia Citron. You would have had a lineup this year. Let's say they still made the Natasha Howard move, or they kept Timmy. It don't matter who was at center, Timmy or Natasha Howard. Then you got Boston. You have Hall, Citron, and CeCe. They should have traded Mitchell for the number 3 pick, which would have been Citron. They should have did that. They should have got on the phone and said, look, let's trade Mitchell for a younger player. Then the Sky, and it's not Ariel Atkins' fault, because I actually like the way Ariel Atkins been playing, but she just ain't been consistent this year. So far, I think she's had 3 games where she's had really good scoring outputs. Today game was one of them. But it's not consistent enough for them. She had a bad game yesterday. Ariel Atkins, as I said in the beginning of the video, unless you were definitely going to be winning, you should have never made that trade. And it's coming back to haunt this team. It's coming back to haunt this team, man. It's sad. It's sad, bro. It's sad, bro. Both teams are probably regretting that shit right now. Because both teams were, they should have been both in a rebuild mode. They should not have been trying to compete for a title. You mess your team up when you have younger players like that, like Angel Reese for the Sky, and then Caitlin Clark for the Fever. When you have younger players like that you're trying to build around, you shouldn't cheat like that. You should keep on the course, get some more younger players around her, and you probably win multiple championships building teams like that. Because Citron would have been what Scottie Pippen was for Jordan or Klay Thompson was for Steph Curry. That's what Citron would have been for Caitlin Clark. They missed out on it, man. They missed out on it. And then you could, if you still, you know, let's just say you didn't trade Mitchell, man, you still could have got Lucy Olsen or Serena Sundell, man. That's why they're in the position they're in. They need to go fire Steph White. She's trash. And we know about the Sky. They're trash, too. I mean, this is a painful day for Sky and Fever fans to see Sonia going off like that. But it was a fun game. And then, if you're a CC fan today who hates Paige Bueckers, this is a horrible day for you because Paige was killing. Paige was killing. Paige actually had all 4 of their points in overtime. She had all 4 of their points in overtime. She had 20 today. That was insane, man. Sony, man. Can't miss on players like that, dog. Like that was Washington. I mean, to get Citron, then her, then you still got 8 more coming next year. You still ain't really used Olsen, but I got a problem with the way they've been using Olsen. That was my only negative from Washington today. But I mean, Sug Sutton is playing, and she played well today. I think in this particular game they needed Sug. Sug actually played really well today. I couldn't imagine if they didn't have Sug out there. I couldn't imagine if they win this game. And man, Shakira Austin the last couple of games, bro. Oh my God. They've been picking up Brittany Sykes, man. Brittany Sykes went all out and beat the Sky early in the week, but last couple of games she needed her teammates, bro. And they've been picking her up. The bench didn't really provide them nothing today. That was another negative today. The bench didn't really provide much. Jay Melbourne is really struggling scoring. She's really struggling. She's getting too many minutes. We're gonna have to talk about Lucy Olsen in another video, but hey, I think they could, bro. I don't think this guy can get Sonia, but I think the Fever. I think the Fever can still, because Sonia's an Olympian, and I think CZ gonna be an Olympian and work that out in 2028. But the Fever need to trade Mitchell for a younger player like this, man. For Caitlin, man, they gotta do it. They gotta do it, man. Let's see what happens, y'all. Go ahead and give me your thoughts on this. Get this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Aces Angels, y'all.